Hard to wrap your brain around this, much less your heart, right? 15,000 children are getting out of school today, and when they left the curb outside of the school, they didn't know where they would go to sleep tonight.
Once again, 15,000 children, the number of homeless youth in Clark County schools. Tonight, we'll meet one of them, hoping to inspire others. That's the subject of Vegas Lost. Our John Trainer's in the studio with that.
And Marie Reed, Yosvani Gomez is going to be a chef one day. He's sure of that, even while he's not sure where his next meal is coming from. Such is the life of a confident and homeless high school senior.
One of my teachers had told me about East Tech because I've always wanted to be in the culinary field.
Yosvani Gomez shouldn't be here. Not if the statistical hill he climbed was as steep as it seems. He's 2 months away from graduating. He has an offer to work in a kitchen on the Strip, and tonight, he doesn't have a home.
With what I've been through, this place has only been the only place I've had that's been stable. So any chance I get to be in here, I'll be in here from 6 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon.
Gomez is a 17-year-old with a dream. He spent most of the last 4 years in the kitchen classrooms at East Career Technical Academy, finding his future in the pots and pans that double as school supplies. This place is the only stability he's had. His parents split when he was young, and despite both working, jobs weren't permanent. Paychecks not enough.
I've moved probably off the top of my head. I've been in high school for 4 years. I've moved probably 7 or 8 times.
His life outside is a revolving series of beds and couches. If you want to know what heartache sounds like, listen to how a teenager describes the holidays.
I don't remember much. You know, when you go through a traumatic experience, you don't remember much what happens. But all I remember is that we were moving out again for whatever reason. We were moving out, and I found myself Thanksgiving, Christmas, being alone in an apartment just by myself, packing up an apartment.
Yosvani is one of the estimated 15,000 homeless students in Clark County, balancing homework with no home, as if stress in the classroom wasn't enough. He wants more resources for other young people like him. He told the superintendent that. It's a question Dr. Jesus Jaro remembers and relived for us.
But I had a student that came up to me and met with me, and actually a senior at ECTA, that asked me a specific question, and what are we doing as a district? And then, you know, the reason that he asked is because he had been homeless. And he said that to me. He said, I want to graduate from high school, go on, and then come back and give back.
Yosvani plans on living up to that. His dream is to have the kind of stability he hasn't had in reality. His plate at home can be empty. Now he wants to cook for others. And then, one day, come back and teach. But today, we're already getting a lesson.
When life hits you hard, you have to grow up quick.
Yeah, that is a tremendous understatement from him. When life hits you hard, you have to grow up quick. Talking to him, you do not realize that he's a 17-year-old who has lived this kind of life. Very promising future, overcoming a lot of obstacles. And he tells kids in his shoes, you can do it. You just have to stay focused and stay motivated.
So he's one of 15,000, and you know, Google is never very reliable on accuracy, but I Googled the capacity, the seating capacity of the Thomas and Mack, 18,000. So if you get that in your brain and fill up 15,000 of those seats, that's how many kids tonight are just like the image.
Yeah, the average is anywhere between 2% and 5% of the total population of students in Clark County are homeless in some way. They're trying to introduce programs to turn that around or get them help when they need it.
And here, at least one success story.
Right.
Yeah, John, thank you so much for bringing us that.
That's why this series is so important and why you've responded the way you have. If you have an idea for a Vegas Lost series, you can email those to vegaslost@news3lv.com. We also have a new Vegas Lost hotline. That number is 702-909-2138.
And in just a few minutes, John will be logging on to our News 3 Facebook page to take your questions and comments live. In the meantime, let's